You may be wondering, does AI have its place in the event industry? In fact, you may even be in a place where you've been considering using AI because you're feeling overwhelmed by tight deadlines, high client demands, and endless tasks. Can you even imagine what it would be like to have a tool that helps with handling logistics, personalized client experiences, and keeping you in front of the competition? In fact, I want to say that AI can be the game changer your event business is needing to thrive and beat out the competition. Hi, my name is Jessie, and welcome to the Hustle Free Entrepreneur Podcast, where we take out the hustle in being a event industry business. Usually I have different interviews and guests where we're talking about different aspects of the event industry. With all the conversation that's happening today about AI, I thought it would be the best time to talk about how AI can impact the event industry in a very positive way. In fact, I'm sure that there's some tools that you're not even aware of that you can start to use inside of your business. Some people may know about the beauty of a platform like ChatGPT, but today we're going to be talking about some other platforms that do have AI incorporated in it that can essentially help you with either coming up with content, with being able to respond back to clients in a timely fashion, or even just helping to streamline your planning process. If you have not truly embraced I think that this episode is going to be the thing that's going to help you with not seeing it as something that's only for other industries. Because let's be honest, I feel as if in the event industry, we don't embrace technology as much as we possibly can. And sometimes the reason why is because we do not understand how it can actually impact or improve how we're running our business. For those of you that do not know what AI stands for, is artificial intelligence, and that's allowing computer systems to help you, computer mainframes essentially to help you with doing certain nuances of tasks and just activities in general. The biggest thing that comes about with using AI is that sometimes it's just scary for some people. In fact, like I look at some of the AI videos and images that are coming out and I'm like, ooh, that one, it don't look real. Or two, it's just like, how do I even use AI videos inside of my business, or should I even be using AI videos inside of my business? While some event pros are even wondering, should we even trust this? Davis Bridal did actually just run out some new software and AI functionalities inside of David Bridal's process to help brides with being able to plan their weddings. It's not for me to say if this is going to give competition to the DIY bride that is possibly working with planners, but I think that it's important for us to know that there are shifts where people are using technology to help with doing some of the services in which we offer to people. Do I think that planners are ever going to be out of business? No. But I do think that those of us that are looking at how we can start using AI to either improve our client experience or to elevate what we do, then if you're not doing it in that way, you will get left behind. If you're someone that's manual until you die, I don't think that that's going to really get you by in the next 5 years. And I don't recommend for you to wait for the next 5 years to then just start to embrace it. So, what I hope to have with this episode is for you to find where you can start to implement different AI inside of your business so that you can really go into the 2025, 2026 year with being able to position your business in a very strong way. So running an event business can feel like a spinning. Let's be real, running an event industry business at times can feel like you're spinning a dozen plates at once and you're just trying to keep everything afloat. You can find yourself managing all aspects of you executing your service, but then also managing the back end of your business while you're still trying to, all in all, create this magical, unforgettable experience for your clients. But with limited time and outdated tools, how can you really truly deliver high touch service and grow your business? And I don't want for you to ever feel as if you're missing opportunities or you're just behind because you're just not embracing the beauty of technology and AI. So today's episode, I want to talk about some of the apps in which I use. And believe me, there are a ton out there, but I like to speak from my own experience from the things that I use and things that I've possibly seen out there in the marketplace. So some of the AI tools in which I think are going to be beneficial for you is going to all be about you saving time on what you're already doing. And it's all going to be about how do you streamline and scale, because that's one of my main focuses. I am a fan of using apps and software when it's going to save me time to allow for me to make more money. So the first one, which I'm sure you are all used to or have heard of, at least if you're not using it, and it's all about ChatGPT. For me, I probably use this all day long, any given day. This is my go-to brainstorming partner, from writing email sequences to being able to dive more into my brand, figure out podcast episodes, people I want to reach out to you, content ideas, and many, many, many different opportunities. The biggest thing about ChatGPT that sometimes people have a hard time with using is the fact that ChatGPT has to be used in a way that you're actually telling it what you need it to do and the role of the person in which you want to actually have the AI take on. So if you're someone that's just saying, hey, create me a content calendar, you're not using enough verbiage, believe me, it's going to not do what you really needed to do. What I always like to do is I will use out a prompt that will say, act like a copywriting expert, act like a YouTube expert, act like an SEO expert, act like a website expert or a website design expert. Please review my website to give me feedback on what are the things I'm doing well, what are the things I'm not doing well. Like, you want to have a conversation with AI, especially a platform like ChatGPT. That's why I like to use it, so that it can kind of be like that silent partner inside of my business without having to necessarily have that person. And I do have a person, I have an assistant. So sometimes what I do is I'll find different information, I'll do some of the research, and then we'll put it into our chat group. And I'm like, hey, ChatGPT is saying that this would be a great idea for blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts on this? And then we can actually have a more informed decision and conversation based on that. Like, I think that AI, when used as, don't just take it for verbatim, use it in a way that it allows for you to execute what you need to execute faster. But the most important part is that you have to prompt it well so that you are able to communicate what is needing to be communicated. The second one, for those of you that are not the best with writing, I feel like I'm pretty decent with writing, but I'm not going to lie. Due to AI, I don't write as much as I should just from verbatim in my brain. I do use a platform called Jasper AI. So whenever I need copy that sells, Jasper delivers, whether it's sales pages, Instagram captions, client bios, any copy that I need. You can get it done fast and it's very impactful. It makes it easy to be able to put in the details of your business, what you're needing. And I do find that it kind of does a little bit better job of you than ChatGPT. But again, they all are intertwined. Like, there is a plug-in between both to be able to get everything done. With Jasper AI, especially for those of you that don't feel the most confident in your writing skills, I do recommend using that. Or if you're have the ability to write, but you're not quite sure of grammar, another platform is Grammarly, but that's not an AI tool. So it just comes down to where you are in your writing skill set. If you're someone that's constantly having to create content, and which you probably are, and you're having to figure out captions and marketing materials and stuff like that, Jasper AI is really going to be helpful, and you can put in your brand tone and voice to help with it being able to understand how you want your copy to be communicated. This helps you save time without having to pay a copywriter to help with being able to communicate to your clients. So if you haven't heard of it, I highly recommend you trying it, and I definitely will have it in the show notes today. Another one is most CRMs are currently implementing AI into their platforms. As always, I'm a HoneyBook girl. Granted, I do talk about two other platforms on here, EventMe and Relevantful, which are for different veins of the event industry, but I'm a planner, and my team size is perfect for HoneyBook platform. So HoneyBook itself has really rolled out some amazing tools when it comes to AI, and it's really a game changer for those of you that have been kind of struggling on what you want your verbiage to be when you're replying back to people, maybe because writing business professional doesn't necessarily come to you as strong. But recently, it does have an ability to give you overviews daily as to what you should be focusing on, things that are going to be following up. You can actually even prompt it to help you of writing replies to email based off of what you're saying. And then this week or this month, they actually just released some new tools that allow for you to do a drop down so that it can help you with figuring out the next feature you need to be using inside of HoneyBook. I'm sure a lot of platforms have some form of AI in it because ultimately, with a lot of the CRM platforms, let's be honest, they're businesses. And what their goal is to be able to solve the problems of their clients. And they know that a good amount of business owners that are getting into small businesses do not always have a strong business background, or they're not always so inclined to understand how to use specific platforms. So AI is going to help people with feeling more confident and comfortable with using their platform. And at the end of the day, it keeps us using the subscription. So you do want to look for a platform if you're not using one right now. Look for a platform that does have some AI technology inside of it to help you with feeling a little bit more confident inside of using your platform, inside of using their platform. Another platform that I started to use, and to be honest, I haven't dug in it as much as I can because I am not a graphic designer, but Canva has some really great features with their Magic Write and their AI tools. Um, I have seen so many like TikToks and YouTube videos and Instagram posts about all of the great features inside of Canva, which I think is great for those of us in the event industry because a lot of you are doing mockups or you want to do mockups and you may not be the strongest with doing like the design part. Use Canva's AI to help you with doing that because you can make some really stunning visuals that match your brand and match what aesthetic you want to be presented. All you have to do is go into Canva. You'll see when you drop down, there'll be like 4 little boxes. I'll make sure to do like a little pop up here for those of you that are watching this episode, not listening. And you'll be able to see that there are going to be different features inside of there, and you just have to find the best one for your brand. So even if you are maybe needing to get your logo updated and you don't have the extra to redo your logo, or you're looking to do better mock-ups for your weddings and things like that, they have really great tools with that. Or one of the things I thought was really awesome is that with the background remover, those of you that are trying to do mock-ups and you're just pulling images offline, you can easily just click on that image, remove background, and then put it all together so that it looks really aesthetic. And that's something I'm even doing inside of my event business going into August, in September, or just let's say the fall, because we are starting to do mood boards so that our clients can get a visual of some of the concepts that we're talking about. So with these main AI features, I think that you will find that you're covering the gamut. There are some ones that I love to use for video editing and things of that nature. Like I'm currently using Riverside FM to record this video. And within that, they have AI. So what you are finding, just like how I mentioned about the CRMs, like with HoneyBook, most platforms now, they are having some AI component in it because it's almost necessary for them to have it, for people to understand how to navigate and use all the things that they can use inside of the platform. And it's just really seeing how to make the best investment. Do you ever feel like you are always reinventing the wheel inside of your event business? What if you had workflows to help with improving your client experience and how you're executing your services? There is a stress-free way to run your business, and I have a free resource to help you with navigating how to go about creating that inside of your business. That's why I have created a free training that's intended to help event business, industry business owners with being able to streamline how they're doing their services so that you are no longer wasting time, potentially making mistakes, or losing clients. This quick training will walk you through how to go about creating your process. It also includes some free printouts and worksheets to help you with being able to map out your plan. Don't let your back office hold you back anymore. and take the time to download the free resource that's in the description today. I'm always willing to try something for at least 90 days in my business because, yeah, I can spend $30 on it or even $100. If that $100 is going to get me a 10-time reward, I'm going to pay that. I think sometimes people get so wrapped up in like, oh, $30, use it. It's only a problem when you sign up for a subscription that you're not using. If you're going to pay money to have Jasper, use it. Make sure you're putting out great content. If you're going to have a CRM, use it so that you're making sure you're making that money back. I find that sometimes what people will do is in order to save quote unquote money, they'll spend more time doing something. Where if you pay that money and it saves you time, the hours you're going to lose because you are not maximizing what you have available to spend is costing you. So take the time to invest in the right platforms that you are going to need inside of your business. So as the future, as what I'm imagining for the future, there's going to be a lot more innovation into the space. I'm sure there's going to be some really great graphic opportunities as far as virtual reality opportunities, which I think is going to be so amazing as a venue owner. Could you imagine not only just having the ability to have someone do like a virtual tour because you have a video of your space? Wouldn't it be amazing for some type of technology to come out where people can act as if they're walking through the space and they can put like colors and stuff into the space so they can have a visual aid of what it's like in your venue? I think that that can be super fantastic. And I think that we're just getting started with AI and virtual reality. Just imagine what it can look like in 5 to 10 years and how your client experience and journey can just be elevated. So, when we're thinking about virtual reality and AI, it's all about how are you able to sell what you do. And when you're using the right platforms and the right systems, it does really help you with having more yeses than nos. And this is for those of you that have high end services. Now, if you're just someone that just throws up, photo booths and you really are not trying to gear towards a high end client, then it may not make sense for you to actually lay into having AI. But here's the thing, in this day and age, with how everything that's going on is happening, one thing I do recommend for businesses to do so they can make sure that they're having a profitable business because revenue is not profit. You may want to really think to yourself, how are you going to position yourself away from this whole affordable option? When I say this, please do not hear me saying to gouge people. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is to think about how do you position yourself off of a value and commodity mindset compared to just being affordable and you trying to compete with everybody to the bottom or out of business. Because I feel that a lot of times when people have that affordable mindset is that they won't be around in a couple of years because they are not pricing their business and their services in a way that allows for them to be around so they are able to pay themselves a decent wage, pay taxes, and all the things. So you do want to think to yourself, how can you leverage AI to be able to position your brand in a way in the upcoming future so that you're able to stay around, have success, and make the type of money you're needing to make inside of your business? Because a profitable business is the key. Not just focusing on the revenue, but really truly doing stuff that's going to add profit, better profit margins into your business. As the event industry continues to evolve, as technology continues to evolve, we have to be present to how our systems are helping us to evolve as well. Do not get stuck in doing things how it used to work 10 years ago. It is now the time to really start embracing technology and finding ways to do it that do not disturb how you're running your business or how your clients interact with you. So, whether you are a solopreneur, it's just you, or you're leading a growing team, AI can help you with streamlining, scaling, and serving with more impact and less stress. It just comes down to which area of your business you will start to embrace AI. If this has helped with shifting your mindset when it comes to using AI, I would love to hear from you. Send me a DM at Instagram at Green Eyed Ambition. And as more tools roll out, I will continue to share and keep you updated on hustle free headlines or on future Hustle Free Entrepreneur episodes, because every day there's something new that's coming out, and I am committed to helping to keep you aware of all the things that are happening in our industry, be it growth and opportunities. I've got more tools, tips, and strategies coming your way to help you build a business that doesn't run you into the ground. Until the next episode, tune in.